Yeah. I didn't get connected to everything, but anyway, I'm connecting right now. That was crazy. We about to go through all of this, and I didn't even have my stuff set up. But it's all
Oh, it
good.
worked
And
out.
look,
I was able to get it to Homebuyer Academy, so we good. Perfect.
okay, wonderful.
All right,
So
great
yeah,
time and
guys,
everything. So let's reset. Let's
do we have
regroup.
to? I like where we at. I like where we
Yeah,
at.
I
I
like
like
what we
where
have,
we
man.
at.
It's a good vibe, man. I just really think that we're excited. If you guys have been watching, we just launched our webinar series around your credit to keys and the home buyer accelerator. So we've been really excited on what's been happening on the back end, the front end, the side end, and all the things that are happening to preparing everyone to thrive in 2026. And so, without further ado, it's the holiday season. And so tonight, we want to kind of highlight and focus on giving or giving yourself credit this Christmas season. So, one of the biggest things that we've been talking about on
I like
here
that.
is credit. And so, if you can gift yourself your credit back, you can start off 2026
Ooh,
the right way. So, Chad, tell us
ooh,
how can we gift ourselves credit this year? What does that look like?
man, bump those kids.
Mhm.
All right, all right, all right,
Hey,
all right. No, no, all right, no, no, no. Okay, okay, cool. I got mad kids, so I can't exactly say all of that. But one thing that
they're
I
young
that I
enough not to remember. Sorry.
what?
I said they're young enough not to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
But
She's 2 years old. She's three.
yeah.
It'll all be a blur. No, but the thing is, um, these holidays are a beautiful thing. Thanksgiving we just passed, coming into Christmas. It's a wonderful holiday, right? Everything that it stands for. But what does it stand for?
Hmm.
At what point does Christmas equal you draining your bank account and running up credit card debt just for a day?
Just for love. Ooh.
Just for love sake. Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting topic.
You funny.
Am I? Okay. Well, love don't cost a thing,
Hey, that's a good one.
right? No, but the truth, now real talk, love don't like what
It,
what are we doing, people? What are we
hmm.
doing? You know what I mean? And again, I'm saying this, I can't judge because guess what? I've spent many a way too much on a Christmas, many a way too much, if that's even a
Hmm.
thing. But I think that when you have to consider when you have a major goal in front of you, every
Hmm.
step, every financial decision, every emotional and mental decision comes at the edification or the detriment of that big goal. Either you're
Hmm.
working to it or working away from it. And Christmas is one of those times where I really want to encourage you guys to keep your big vision in mind. If you've been
Hmm.
working on building your credit, a lot of people, man, it happens all the time. Like it's crazy. Like the market slows down this time and it starts to take time to build up. And I'm convinced that a portion of that is people having to work overtime to bring their debt down in January, February, and March to be able to buy in the spring and beyond. Don't do that to
Hmm.
yourself. Why? For a number of reasons. First and foremost, it's just silly. And don't take it as a judgment. Don't take it, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's right. Like honestly, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Cause I seen I don't know where I saw it, but I think they said it was like a record breaking number. I want to say it was like 2 billion or something was spent for Black Friday weekend. And
Word.
so the article, yeah, so the article said that it was funny because it was a real estate page I follow, and the it said the housing is not the issue, but it's priorities. The priority is the issue because
Right.
it's like we're out here teaching. We've been teaching, and people have been struggling, financially, with the holidays and just with life in general. But then record breaking 2 billion spent over Black Friday weekend. Like what are
People was
for
just out of work for mad long, fam. And you
that
just
part?
get back to work from your government job and you just blah, 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 blah. Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. Come on, fam. And honestly speaking, okay, so first and foremost, if you don't
Mm.
know me, I'm sorry, but I'm not really a filtered kind of person.
I am.
Just that's why we work. All
Yeah.
right? That's why we work. So I like to be more new. Mo's gonna help me with the nuance part. I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth of the matter, y'all, man, we gotta stay focused and committed on what we truly want. It just is
Mm-hmm.
what it is, man. And we get distracted so often. And this is one of the biggest distractions. This is a season of distraction because this is the time for festivities and Christmas parties.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best parties to crash, by the way. I can't, let me know if you have a Christmas party coming up and you know what I'm saying, you could use some fun. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring my wife. We're gonna have a good time. Bring my boy Mo, liven up your Christmas party. But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about your financial goals, guys, you got to keep the first thing the first thing. And when
Mm-hmm.
Christmas comes, set a budget. Set a budget and don't go over it. Just because it's like, okay, cool, you're gonna have to take a shot. Got it. Gonna take a
Mm-hmm.
hit. Got it. But be responsible about the hit that you take.
Yeah, and with that being said, like a quick math you could do. I know you can tell we're having fun tonight for sure, but we're also being serious with the call that we have. We're really big on transforming lives, and one core thing that we speak to is your financial circumstance. So, for example, just off of what Chad was saying, think about how much debt that you're in now, right? Think about how much money you spent for the holidays already, and let's throw in Thanksgiving too. If you did
Right.
your Thanksgiving big and then Black Friday shopping and you're still shopping, think about how much debt you're in, and then think how much money you spent over the last 2 to 3 weeks on the holidays, and see the differential there. Are you $5,000 in debt? Have you spent 3,000 on the holidays? Maybe your credit score could have changed if you made a wiser decision.
And
And
here's
I'm
the
and it oh and I had to give this disclaimer. I gave this disclaimer on my podcast too. I strategized this year to buy my kids gifts throughout the year. So when I posted my holiday stuff and you see me talking about save your money for the holidays, but then you see my kids getting all this stuff, that's because I'm planning for the holidays. So I'm actually
to be honest with
practicing.
you, I've never heard anybody plan from years of. It feel like you be planning for Christmas mad far in advance, bro. You know what I
Oh
like?
yeah.
What you do in particular? You take advantage of the different community blessings and
Mm,
opportunities and like sales because you've already committing to your children and making sure that they have a wonderful lifestyle and childhood, but you plan
mm.
for it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not impulsive. It's not random. It's strategic, and that's pretty dope, my bro. Got to give you your flowers for that.
Yeah, I had to, of course, I appreciate that, man, because I had to, practice what I'm preaching. Because a lot of times, if you're like me and you see somebody that's a coach or a speaker, you're gonna be like, "Show me your receipts." And so I want to live that lifestyle that the proof is in the pudding. Actually, I just found out that it's in the putting, not the pudding. It's in the putting. I just learned that at work last week. Sorry, not to
What's
get distracted,
poutine?
but the pudding, like the work you put in, pudding. The proof is in the pudding because you're putting in the, even though pudding tastes better, I guess.
I'm so disappointed, bro. I went my whole life thinking that it was pudding just to find out that it was pudding. Put in the
Yeah,
work is in the pudding.
yeah, pudding in the pudding. Yeah,
I don't know
the
if I'm
proof is in the
feeling
pudding.
it. I think I'm gonna just go with pudding.
Pudding, yeah.
I'm gonna just be
But yeah,
selective
so
in this one.
so when it comes down to credit, we find that a lot of people uh, make bad credit choices emotionally, and the crazy truth about it is, um, a lot of bad financial decisions are made out of emotions. One thing I've learned in trading, sidebar point here, when I started learning about trading, they say do not trade off of emotion because you can see the stock market moving and you want to invest or pull your money out because you hear some things. But when you are researching and understanding the numbers and what's happening, then you can make an investment, a good investment based on the information and not on your emotions. And this is the same thing with your credit. You want to you want to swipe that card, with good intention. You want to swipe that card. You want to save. You want to do those things regarding your credit with good intention, but not because you're in a panic. Oh, let me hurry up and I got $500 left on my card. Let me swipe that. and buy these, these new shoes that I got, or buy the stuff for the kids. No, strategize and plan. Because one thing that I had to learn was, if I had a credit limit, I didn't have the cash on hand. What that means is, if I swipe my card and that money was in my checking account, that money is what I swiped on my card. I have $1,000 limit. I have 1,000 in my checking. If I'm using my credit card, it lines up. That money in checking goes over to credit, and that's when I started learning the numbers game. That's when I started strategizing and moving my money around the right way, because I was being strategic rather than emotional with my expenses.
And the proof is in the pudding.
You just Google that?
Nah, I didn't Google
No.
it, but I'm tight. You know, you ever get information that you just wish you didn't know? Just could have left me alone with the pudding, because the put in just doesn't do it for me. But what you're right,
Mm-hmm.
you did put in the work, and you are. I see it firsthand. So
Mm-hmm.
you're definitely I think the perfect person to do what you do within Homebuyer Academy, because so there are a lot of different pieces. Like when I think about the process of getting ready to buy a house, I think that
Mm-hmm.
it could be like a college course. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
home ownership 101. That could be a whole course. And guess what? If you miss a week of class, you could very well fall off of that process. And I think that we
Mm-hmm.
don't really honor how significant this process is, just because it's almost expected in certain ways. But when people
Mm-hmm.
get down to the nitty gritty of it, it's just like college. A lot of us start and quit and come back and quit and come back, and it's women that graduate and it's
Mm-hmm.
women that buy the houses. Isn't that weird? Interesting. But
That's actually pretty interesting, that because we talked about that a couple months back, about and especially in our community and our culture, we're finding that a lot of the women are like the most driven, and the one that are doing, as far as like becoming home ownership, starting businesses. You see a
yeah,
lot of
nah,
black
forget
owned.
about it. If it wasn't for black
It's
women, I wouldn't be in business. I'd be flat, bro. You know
mm,
what I mean? And that's a testament to black women.
mm-hmm.
But brothers, what's
Like,
good?
I'm not waiting on you to buy a house. Yeah, like what? Like, come on, where brothers at?
What's
I,
good? But you
I
know
don't.
what? I think that it is to speak for us. There's a lot of kings that have lost their throne,
Mm,
meaning that a lot of us know that we have like that kingly essence, but we don't necessarily have a domain. This just isn't a place where we get the credit, we get the love, we get the kudos, all of those things. I mean,
mm-hmm.
first, last to hire, first to fire, we're a threat. All of it. It's a whole thing, and I
Right.
understand it. How do we acknowledge and accept the reality of what it is like, but still do what we have to do, gentlemen?
Mm. You just
You
gave
got
me a reality.
you caught that thought? Did you grab it?
Yeah, I had to grab it. I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna put it in the box. Put the box in the.
All right. All right. I want to hear it still, but okay. Yeah. But, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. I think that we should bring on
Mm-hmm.
some probably some brothers in the mental health. Ooh, that'd be good. We should have a mental health dude and a mental health woman come on and talk
Mm,
about mental health and real estate. Because really, I think I look at even myself. I think my life
mm,
is a testament to all of this, in the sense that I've always felt special, man. I've always felt special, even when I wasn't, or even when I
mm,
didn't feel like I was worthy of feeling special. I just knew it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't just what
right.
my mom told me, but I was smart. I've always been smart. But as smart and as gifted as I am, I don't think that for a long time I came close to being in the potential of my gift,
Mm,
right? Because I always felt as if I was chasing something that wasn't me but was society, right? The whole
I think that's a
making
big thing that we face. Yeah.
what the whole makings of what society tells you is success, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember this pivotal time, right, where I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be a teacher, but I'm not in the school because y'all don't make enough money. I was like in 10th grade when I said that, right? But I felt very clear and very strong, no doubt about it, that I wanted to be a teacher. That's my thing. Like I think I'm blessed in the educational space, but I just couldn't deal with the restrictions, but also the limitations in terms of finances as an educator.
Hmm.
Um,
Right.
but I had this thing, and instead of pursuing that need to educate, I just pursued the bread. And when I say pursued the bread, like it was about the money, one way or the next. And then after that, it was pursued a pretty girl. It didn't matter about the woman. It mattered about the you know what I mean, Coca-Cola bottle shape and the face. You know what I mean? Not, I mean,
Hmm.
real talk.
Yeah. No, for real.
And I know that's my distraction, or was my distraction. Money, looks, and then the surface of a woman, right? Like, if I'm
Hmm.
honest. And that might not be for you. It might be December 25th. Might be your thing that is the barrier between you and your gift. But it's not until, like, I've been in this steady and consistent process of letting go of what's not working to
Hmm.
focus on getting to what's working. And man, it feels good to be working, to be in a space where it's working. And it all comes
And
down to surrender, allowing God. Whew.
yeah, that's a crucial point there, because a lot of times we don't acknowledge that we struggling. Like
Mm.
I get on here and I share my shortcomings, my struggles. You go listen to my podcast, you can hear my whole story. But well, my other podcast, because I'm multifaceted. But
More.
truly, it takes that owning up to who you are. Like it's so freeing that like no one can really say nothing to you, because like you're accountable for your actions and you know who you are and your shortcomings and how to build on that. But too many of us don't have the accountability or the wherewithal to kind of say, okay, this is what I need to work on, or I can say, hey, I'm still dealing with this, I'm still struggling with this, I'm still lack knowledge in this area. When we can do that, then we can actually grow from that. But like I said, too many of us, uh, push back like, well, yeah, it's the systems, it's not my money, it's my job, it's my boss. They don't want to pass me up, but really, what are you doing to better yourself on your job? Are they really passing you up, or is it something that you're doing? Is it really the government, or are you just making bad choices? With your credit, all that, whatever it is it really the relationships, or is it just you? Whatever your situation can be, it comes it comes down to you being accountable for the part that you play, especially when it comes to credit. You have to be accountable for, well, if I had more money, if I had this, if I had that, then my credit wouldn't be that bad. Well,
So
would
let
you
me
still
ask you a
be?
question real quick, brother. Let me ask you a question. So you mentioned something about, well, first off,
Mm.
I'd like to say I think a lot of what you said could be a both and,
Yeah.
right? In the sense that, yeah, it could be the government. So, like, I watched Shador Sanders last week on his first game, right? And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I only had 1 week of practice, but so, like, a lot of people don't come in with the best circumstance, but like, so I still got to do my job. And I thought that was really wise, because that's
Mm-hmm.
the truth of the matter, y'all. Like, here's the truth, right? Here we are in this moment. And in this moment, you can have $500 going towards your down payment, or you could have to pay off $1,000, because that's the swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have $500 going towards your down payment, $500 going towards your credit, $500 going towards your home buying journey and your goals, or
Mm-hmm.
you can put yourself in a hole that's deeper. Yo, there's a way that you could give your people nice gifts that don't cost a lot of bread.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's
and
true.
again, a lot of it is that we're training people to see us in a certain financial light,
Mm-hmm.
especially when we ain't got it. Why set a false expectation? When you know that that's not where you are. What's wrong with you saying, yo, hey, listen, this is mine, this is where I'm at, and take it in love. And if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. I was gonna say that,
Mm-hmm.
then that's not love anyway. Education, for you to be able to be wise about, you know, how you maybe teach your kids, or how you
Mm-hmm.
set expectations for your family. But yeah, make this
Yeah, because
season not be a debt, but be a credit to your home buying journey.
yeah, they say keeping up with the Joneses, but just but more seriously speaking, it made me think about, I was watching this podcast with this lady. She was talking about business, right? Because it's like a lot of the people that you're seeing online that make it look like they got it, and it's kind of influencing you to go this route and do it this way. They don't really got it like that. So it's like
Yeah,
you sitting there struggling with your business, and then the people you're following that business is thriving. They're like they got the grants, they got the contracts, they got the loans, they did all the big things, on the back end, and then they come on camera and they say, "Hey, this is what I did. Buy my course, buy my product." Right? But then they really did all this other stuff on the back end to really boom their business. And so that's the same thing like with you. They're saying, "Oh, look at these pictures. Look at all this stuff that I did." But those people, they're probably in debt, and you're going to be in debt trying to be just like them, versus doing what you need to do. Again, I know we said forget the kids, but jokingly serious, they can understand. Teach your kids this
yeah,
year the heart of giving. Take them to a drive where you're handing out toys, where you're handing out clothes, where you're helping people out, and teach them
touche.
like, hey, people don't have it like that this year. So this year, let's donate, let's bless, let's give some things to help others in need. Like we just did a turkey drive, feeding families in Orlando, with one of our partner organizations, Route 7. That fed
Yeah.
mad. Homebuy Academy was right there in the midst of that, educating, helping, handing out turkeys, like giving back to the community.
And kids need to learn that. Our brothers and young brothers and sisters need to learn that. And for you now, if you do need some support, some hand holding, some accountability in this season, go ahead and hold your seat for the upcoming webinar for Maurice. And I have one coming up on Friday too, where you could
Mm-hmm.
get education, you could get information, and you could get empowered around you becoming a home buyer. So if home ownership is in your future, but you just don't know where to start, go no further than getting your seat to our webinar. If you have any questions, any phase in your home buying journey, feel free to DM Maurice or myself, and we can help you to take a step closer. But if this is something that is on your heart, don't let this moment pass without you
Mm-hmm.
actually yielding to that sensation and yielding to that feeling, because it just starts with one call and a webinar. Get on the webinar, reach out to us, and we can get you started.
And you said something earlier that I felt like very profound because I like, me with the mindset piece. I like to put things in perspective. And you mentioned about a college course, right? Most college courses run anywhere from $200 to $300, one class.
Huh? $300? Man,
Yeah, per
my
class.
daughter's in college right now. It's like $300 a day. Mad
Yeah.
expensive. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but if she's doing 4 classes plus room and board plus all that kind of stuff, that's where all when you
It's like
act,
12, 1300 at least, bro.
yeah, that for all together, right?
No, for a class. Oh man, you got your daughter got scholarships, man. He can't talk to us, man.
Okay, anyway, but yeah,
Please.
okay, so even
My
more
daughter got
so, right?
scholarships too, but
Yeah, but my daughter got more. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
man,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
we about to have a daughter fight.
But let's say that's the case. Let's say that 800 to 1200 range. Let's say that's what the classes are costing now, right? That's just a class. And for example, I think my daughter, one of her classes is psychology, and that's going to help her to her major. But what is that one specific class going to do for her besides give her one credit towards her overall graduating and goal, right? For a fraction of that price, you can get what combined 30 years of expertise in one course. So instead of one class that's one semester, you're getting 30 years of expertise about the real estate market, credit, home ownership, the process, everything you need to know. Because it hit me recently that a lot of the stuff that we're teaching is not common knowledge. Like people don't know the 5 C's of credit. People don't know the roadmap to home ownership. People don't know the difference between a broker or a mortgage broker and a realtor. Like it's crazy. And this will make that plain, clear, and able for like a 5-year-old to teach it to another 5-year-old. And so just think about that. About you invest in your education, right? Imagine for a fraction of the price, you can change your whole family's future. You can change the next generation's wealth by clicking on this by clicking on this link right here above. You good, man?
Yeah, I'm great.
I'm gonna
More or
stick
less.
you up.
Yeah. The kid almost took me out.
So
But
you
yeah,
want
brother.
anything to close us out with, man?
Man, no, listen, man. I'm just grateful. So I'm grateful for family, for community. I'm so
Mm.
grateful for you guys for tapping in on a weekly basis. Do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe, schedule your seat on the for free consultation. Grab your seat for the webinar this week. We're very excited about the lives that we're changing every week. So keep connecting, keep showing up, and we'll keep showing out.
Thank you guys. We're gonna catch you guys next week on Home Buyer Academy.